We kind of have a New Year's resolution theme on the show today, and rightly so, I guess. So whether your resolution is to get in shape and get more active, or perhaps to volunteer and be more involved in the community, our next guest has you covered either way. Shayna Webb is here with the Austin Hatcher Foundation. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Happy New Year, Julie.
Happy New Year. Y'all have a busy weekend actually upcoming with this Hit It for Hatch tennis tournament.
Yes, that our teen volunteers are entirely putting on themselves.
That is fantastic.
Yes.
But you are looking ahead to February because you're giving people ample time to train for what do you call it, a Bubbles?
Our Bubbles of Fun Run. It's a 5K, 10K, and we have a 1 mile fun run portion, and it's February 25th. And yes, I just wanted to get the news out early in case people are wanting to run maybe more in this new year. It's great weather right now.
Yep.
We have room to sign up. We have room still to sponsor the fun run, but yeah.
And it's a beautiful location. Late February, generally around here, is a very pretty time.
Yes.
And if you are already a runner, you know it's prime time because it's not too hot.
Right.
But the river park is such beautiful scenery.
Yes, it's at the Tennessee River Park. We have a big balloon arch, as you can see in these pictures. We're gonna have bubbles at the finish line. So after you run either the 1 mile, 5K, or the 10K, you'll be running through the bubbles at the end, which kind of signify just an atmosphere of hope, because all proceeds from the signups or from sponsors or from donations, they all go to helping families who are facing pediatric cancer, give them a brighter future. So that's kind of the idea around the bubbles.
So let's talk about that future, because if you were like me, there would have been a time where you would have thought, maybe you still do, that the concern is the treatment.
Right.
Obviously that's the here and now concern. But if you're a child, and you said that's anyone 0 through age 26.
Yes.
That's considered pediatric cancer, and the long-lasting effects on that treatment can really be a lifelong struggle.
Right. So like you were saying, the chemotherapy and the active treatment, it is great at getting rid of the cancer, but having this chemotherapy on these young children aged through 26, like you said, is correct. The treatment effects they create long-lasting effects in 2/3 of pediatric cancer survivors. So what the Austin Hatcher Foundation is here for is for all families, one, who are going through active treatment and are just coming through the door and they're like, I'm ready to fall over, I don't know what to do, you know. There's no training manual, I guess, for when your child gets diagnosed with cancer. It's sad, it's hard, it affects the whole family. So we're here to serve the parents and the siblings and of course the child who's diagnosed. But then even after you're through with the treatment, there are often those side effects that pop up, whether it's physical or memory or sensory deficits. So we work to erase those side effects of pediatric cancer.
And that's a lifelong promise that you make, right, to people?
So even if you were diagnosed in 2002 and you finished chemotherapy in 2005 or anything, we would still love to help you throughout the entire lifetime of your entire family. So whether it's, you know, grief counseling or trauma counseling or just going to our psychologist, we do neurocognitive testing, occupational therapy, music therapy. We just want to serve the entire family for their entire lifetime.
Talk to me about the neurocognitive testing, because when we were discussing this off camera, you kind of lit up when you talked about that, because that's not a one-time test, right? You do it periodically?
So we have our psychologist, Julie Gersh. She's amazing. And what the neurocognitive test is, it's often we try, if you can come at the beginning of your treatment or before you start treatment, we do a series of tests with our psychologists that just measure different abilities like memory or emotions or physical, different things, and then we can compare it to after your chemotherapy and see which areas therapy or counseling could help most, and then we can put you in occupational therapy or grief counseling or whatever you need. So it's kind of comparing those tests. And she is just booked. She's so busy with those, and she's good at them too.
So you were talking about helping the whole family. I have a couple of minutes left. You know, if you're a parent of more than one child, a piece of your heart lives in each of those children. So you worry about the others while you're helping the one.
Right. And it is hard because, of course, if you're a mom of someone who has cancer, you obviously have to put a little more attention to that child, whether they're in the hospital currently or just going through the pain of the treatment and all of that. And oftentimes it is the younger brother or older sister, whoever, can kind of get lost in the shadows of it all, because it makes sense for the child to get so much more attention. So that's why we do serve the siblings, because, you know, they're young, they might not understand what's going on, or they do understand and they're going through grief counseling. So we have these grief camps for children specifically who are younger, age 6 or age 7. So we do want to serve the entire family because unfortunately a pediatric cancer diagnosis affects the whole family.
Right. So back then, full circle to the
Right.
bubbles of fun.
Right.
And that you want them to represent the hope that is
Right.
there. There is
Yes.
a lot there, isn't there, Shayna?
Yes, there is. And also, we do provide all of the services to the family for free. So these events like the Bubbles of Fun Run raise money and awareness for what we do, and it's just great for our families to be able to receive those services at no cost.
Okay, so if you're up for it, they're pretty much full, but this weekend they are doing the Hit It for Hatch.
Right,
If you want to go and be a part of that, and you can learn more at hatcherfoundation.org. But mark your calendar for February 25th. If you're not up for the 5K or the 10K, you have time.
Yes.
And they do have the 1 mile. So
Right.
don't forget about that. You can walk it or run it.
Yes, you can walk it, or you can just show up and have fun and hang out in the bubbles.
And I'm guessing that you do want to sign up early to get the t-shirt.
Right, yes, yes, we have awesome t-shirts, and we still have time to sponsor before if you want your company's name on the back of the t-shirt.
I'll leave you with the last word.
Thank you so much, Julie.